Hello everyone. So in this particular video we are going to discuss about the lookup activity in Azure Data Factory. So first we will try to understand how lookup activity work in Azure Data Factory, and then we have one of the business requirements. So based on that, first we will try to understand the requirement and then we will do a practical. So let us start with that. Lookup activity reads and return the content of a configuration file or a table. So suppose for example you have one of the SQL table, employee table you have. Now you want to read this particular table from lookup. Actually you can achieve, suppose you have any of the file, whatever the content of the file you want to read, that actually you can do with the help of the lookup activity. Let's take an example, and with that example let's try to understand so that we will be having a better idea. Suppose I have a two table, so that is my business requirement also. So I have a two table. One is the employee table. In this employee table I have all the information of the employee. What is the employee id, what is the employee name, what is the employee salary, what is the department, all the information I have in this particular employee table. I also have one of the table, that is a employee resign table. In this employee resign table, if any employee is getting resigned, so that particular id is coming. Suppose id 1 is getting resigned, so that particular value is coming into this employee resign table. Now my requirement is like I had to read who all are employee are resigning. So what actually I will do, I had to look into this table. In this table whatever the id is present means that particular employees are resigning. So how actually I can read this particular table? With the help of the lookup activity I can read the content of the table. Now my requirement is like who all are resigning, that I have to delete from this particular employee table. So first I had to look this particular employee resign table, right? So whatever the id I will get, I will try to delete from the employee table. So lookup activity generally we use to look up the table or a file. So that is the use case. It also return the result of a executing query or store procedure. Suppose you have written any SQL query and that particular result you want to store, that also you can achieve with the help of the lookup activity. Now let's take one of the business requirement. It is a similar what I was discussing. So I have a two table. One is the employee table. In this employee table all the employee information I have. I have a employee resign table. In this employee resign, whatever the employee who are resigning, that particular information is available. Now my requirement is like first I need to check who all employees are resigning. Suppose I employee are resigning 2 3 4, this particular id the employees are resigning. So first I need to look up this particular employee resign table. Whatever the value I will get, I need to delete from this employee table. So for deleting, what I will use, I will use a store procedure. With the help of the store procedure I will try to delete it, because if you'll see here we have a multiple values like 2 3 4. So in this case if you had to, we had to pass a id one by one, right? So for that we will use a for each. So what I will do, with the help of the lookup table, first I will try to look up the employee resign table. In this employee resign table, what are the id which is present, what who all employees are resigning, that particular information is present. So suppose 2 3 4 this particular employees are resigning. Now this I will pass in with the help of the for each, means one by one I will try to pass, so that I will use a for each activity. In this store procedure I am trying to delete from my employee table. Whatever the employee are resigning, I need to delete from this employee table. So for that I have written one store procedure that will delete an employee from this employee table. I will pass the id one by one, like 2 and then 3 then 4, with the help of the for each activity. So that is the practical we are going to do. So let me open. So I will first show you the table. So I have created two table. One is the employee table in which I have id, name and the country. So I will try to insert that. And also I have a employee resign table. What are the who all the employee who are resigning? So I have id. So you can see 1 2 3, this all the employees are resigning. So I'll create two table and I will insert the value, and I will create one procedure, create procedure name. And what is the query I am passing? Delete from employee where id equal to the @id. So this @id we will pass it from this particular employee resign table, whatever the id is present. So that is the practical we will do. So let's execute one by one in a Azure SQL. So you can see I have opened Azure SQL database. So here I will try to create a employee table first. I just copied. I'll just run this. You can see employee table got created and the value got inserted. Now what I will do, I will create a employee resign table. So I will try to execute this. Employee resign table also I have executed. So it is saying like it doesn't match the definition. So here we have to write employee resign, employee resign, employee resign. So let me execute. You can see query succeed now. Now after that what I will do, I'll create a procedure. I'll create one store procedure. This employee delete, this is the store procedure I am creating. This will, whenever I will execute, I need to execute like this. If I'll execute like this, execute employee delete at the rate id equal to the 1, then one id will be deleted from employee table. But this id I need to pass from this employee resign table whatever the values are present. So as of now I will show you. I have two table, select star from employee table, and also I have a select star from employee resign table. If I'll show you, so you can see in employee resign I have a 1 2 3 value, and if I will show you employee table I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So now in a Azure Data Factory, what I need to look, I need to look who are the employee which is present into this employee resign table. So you can see 1 2 3 is present. So that particular ID I need to delete from the employee table, but using a Azure Data Factory. So I'll go to the Data Factory. I'll go to the author, click on the new pipeline. So if you have to look who all employee which is present into this employee resign table, so for that what you have to use, you have to use lookup, because we want to look up the particular table contained. So I'll go to the general. In the general, if you'll see, you have a lookup, so click on that. Now go to the setting. General option is similar, you have to just pass the name and the activity, time or retry option you can pass. Go to the setting. Here first we will create a data set. So what is our data set? SQL database, Azure SQL database. Continue. We need to create a link service. Pass the subscription, pass the server name, pass the DB name, pass the username and the password. And then click on the create. Once your data set will be ready, you can see this our data set is ready now. Now here which particular table we want to look, that we have to pass. So I want to look the employee resign table, so I'll select that, click on the OK. Means I have selected the employee resign table. Now if I'll try to preview data, I should be able to preview a data. You can see ID1, because first row only was selected, that's why it is showing only the one record, ID1. But if you will unmark, you will be able to see all the data here, preview data. Now in the bottom, if you want to write any query, that also you can write. If you want to write any store procedure, that also you can use. So we are going with the table only as of now. Now what I will do, this all the value I want to pass into the for each activity. So for each, what we have to use, go to the iteration. You can see for each activity, select that, click on the for each, go to the setting, select the sequential. So in the sequential order it will come, add dynamic content, and whatever the lookup activity output, right? So select on the lookup one. So whatever the lookup activity output we are getting, whatever the employee resign output we are getting, that we need to pass into this for each activity. So I am writing the lookup activity output, click on the OK. Now this one is ready. Now after that I want to add an activity. Which particular activity you want to write? So I want to execute my store procedure. So I'll select the store procedure, select that store procedure. In this store procedure, go to the setting, select your link service, because in the same SQL table it is available the store procedure also, that's why we have selected the same. Click on the refresh, and after that you should be able to see your employee delete. This is the particular store procedure we have created, right? So I'll select that, employee delete. Now click on the store procedure parameter, click on the import. Now you can see id. So this id we have to pass, right? So which particular id you want to delete, that you have to pass. So what are the value you want to pass? Whatever the lookup activity output is coming through a for each, that particular output we want to pass. So id, if id1 is present into the employee resign, that will go into the for each activity, and so from for each activity it will try to delete into the with the help of this particular store procedure. So we'll click on the add dynamic content. We'll use a for each item dot id, you can write. Now click on the OK. Now let's try to run this and let's try to debug. If any error, then we will try to fix that. If I'll click on the debug, let's try to analyze whether our pipeline is working fine or not. So I clicked on the debug. After that, the debugging will start. The lookup value will look up the employee resign table. Whatever the value will present, it will go through the for each activity. In the for each activity, one by one, it will go into the store procedure. So our store procedure is the delete activity, delete SQL activity. So it is a deleting a value from the employee table, and after that it will delete the value. So you can see it started, lookup value is started, it got failed. So first let's see whether lookup value is coming up fine or not. You can see id 1 2 3 it is coming fine. So till now here we are good. Now go to the for each activity. What is the error we are getting? User the configuration length expect its parameter to be an array or a string. The provided value is of object. So because we have a multiple values present here, so what you have to use? You have to use a lookup value array. So in a for each activity, what you have to pass? Lookup value array. So at the rate activity lookup output dot value, we have passed the lookup activity, right? So but if you have an array like multiple values, so you can use this lookup value array. Click on the OK. Now go to the store procedure. The values are same. Now let's try to debug. So debugging is important. With the help of the debugging only you will know whether your particular pipeline is working fine or not. You can see lookup is going, for each activity also in progress, and store procedure also in progress. So let's wait and let's see whether it's working fine or not. You can see it is succeed. 3 times store procedure got executed. Now if I'll go and we will check our employee table, the employee 1 2 3 shouldn't be present there. If I'll execute this, you can see only 4 5 6 7 was present. Employee 1 2 3 got deleted. So means our pipeline is working fine. So what actually we are doing, we are looking into the employee resign table, whatever the value we are passing through a for each activity to this store procedure, and we are trying to delete the value from there. So I hope you got idea how lookup activity works. Yeah, that's it in this video. Thanks.